So the last video I loaded up on human presence detection was hugely popular using the millimeter wave sensor. Now, unfortunately, there were some issues with the reliability of that sensor. So I've been on the search for a better one and I've found it. This is the Athom presence detection sensor, and I'm going to show you how it works today and give you my feedback. So you're probably already aware that I'm a huge fan of the Athom smart home devices. These are ESP32 based products that are preloaded with either Tasmoda or ESP Home. So I was really excited when I realized that they'd come out with a millimeter wave presence sensor. So I ordered it immediately, and the beauty of Athom, their shipping is really fast. It was within plus minus a week, it was at my doorstep. Now, having a look at this, here's the little box, nice little device in a plastic box. As we can see, it's got a PIR sensor over there. It's got the millimeter wave sensor just over here, and it's got a lux level, a light level sensor as well. It's also got a little reset button, and it even comes with the little pin inside here to reset it. It also comes with a mounting bracket, so you can easily clip this in the back here, and you can then mount that against the wall. Even comes with some mounting strips, either some 3M sticky tape or some little screws for doing that. It also comes with a cable, USB-C cable for power, and it even includes a power brick inside the box. Now, this is the only downside of it. This power brick is designed for Australia and New Zealand, and the way that the pins have been made doesn't fit very nicely into the socket. It goes in really easily, but it seems to be quite wiggly and doesn't sit very nicely in there. So that's the only downside, but I'm not worried because I've got heaps of these lying around. So let me show you how this works. It's very easy to connect up, and I'll show you in the next couple of steps. The big plus about this device, it was only $29. So what we do now is we go to our Wi-Fi on our phone, we select the Athom presence sensor, and it will then look at the available Wi-Fi networks. We'll select our Wilson Wi-Fi 2.4 gigs, which is the one that I want. Always remember to use 2.4, not 5 gigahertz. Put your password in, and then you're ready to go. So now what we do, go along to settings, and notifications, new devices discovered, and there it is, presence sensor ESP Home. Configure, submit, and there we go. So we'll say that is in our living room, and finish, and there we go. We now have our new sensor. Let's go and find it. Where is it hiding? ESP Home. Here we go. ESP Home devices. 10 devices. And we have our presence sensor. Here we go. Okay. So we can add this to our dashboard. It's interesting. We're not seeing any actual entities on here at the moment, which is interesting. Not quite sure why that is. It's telling us we only have one entity. Looks like it wants a firmware update. So that's interesting. Let's go along to ESP Home. And there we go. There's our presence sensor. Let us adopt that and see if it wants to do a little bit of an update. Busy adopting. And we want to install it. So probably it's wanting to do a bit of an update. Now, presence sensor, 21 entities. That looks a bit more like it. Great. So there are all our entities. So the light sensor is working. The millimeter wave sensor is working. It's showing detected. Occupancy is showing detected. PIR is showing clear. Let's just move it a little bit. And there we go. The PIR is now detected. So that's great. So let's now see if I stop moving. I assume the PIR sensor will stop detecting me at some stage, and hopefully the millimeter wave will carry on detecting me. So there we go. The PIR has stopped detecting me. Occupancy still showing as detected, and millimeter wave still showing as detected. So I'll do a little bit more testing of this now. Try and sit as still as possible for a while and see how this little guy works. But so far, really impressed. As with all the Athom devices, they seem to be really simple to connect. I really enjoy that they're operating on ESP Home, which is so simple to integrate into Home Assistant. It's offering you obviously full local control, and honestly the cost point on this device is fantastic when compared to some of the other millimeter wave sensors that I have seen on the marketplace. So let's just have a look at one other thing. So some of the options here, it's actually giving us some options here. It's got a blockade time, a detection delay, a fading time, the furthest. Okay, so this is in meters, I assume, that you can actually set how far you want it to see. It's showing that our firmware is just updated. The sensitivity, we've got a restart, and we've got a trigger sensitivity, and we've got a status LED. So we could actually make this one visible. We'll enable that. So we'll just update that as well. And that will then allow us to turn on and off the little blue status LED on the device. So yeah, it's obviously offering quite a lot of flexibility here, quite a lot of adjustment. I will start playing around with this device now and see how it is working. But so far, I'm extremely impressed with this device for the price point and for the fact that it's full local control on ESP Home. Big shout out to the Athom guys. I am just blown away with their products. And yep, let's see how this works. Anyway, that's all for now. You have a great week. Bye then.